What's up there, misfits? Welcome to the channel, Pages of Ascension. Of course, welcome back if you've been kicking it with your girl for a minute. So this is your midweek collective check-in. And we're going to get this done with the quickness because it's been a long day. But I was getting the push, do it, do it, do it. So I'm actually going to be releasing this a little bit early just because we do have that full moon energy going on. It's already started. I can definitely feel it. And, you know, it's kind of funny. Virgo energy is very interesting for me. Yeah. Anyways, we're not going to go into that. That doesn't matter. So as I'm shuffling and getting your cards all out on the table, let's go over some fine print, okay? So I'm an adult. I use adult language. If that's something that makes you uncomfortable, I'm probably not the reader for you. No big deal. Plenty of kick-ass readers here on YouTube. Go check them out, okay? Let's see here. Actually, that's pretty much all I want to say. Anything else that you want to know about me, readings, all that such, you can find that down in the description box. Website is up on your screen. Trust me, I know it's gaudy, but, you know, people like to steal shit, so I'm not going to make it easy for them. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the cards out for the collective for this midweek check-in. Wow, that was almost too easy. Okay. Ooh, saucy. I like it. I like it. All right, so wheels at play this week, y'all. Like, wheel is like seriously at play. We've got Wheel of Fortune here. I'm going to try not to do this because it's still not zooming in. I haven't figured out what I did with my cheek to the camera, so, you know. Anyways, but fate is at play this week. So I feel like there's going to be a lot that's beginning to come out. Whether this is secrets, opinions, praises, like all these things that haven't been spoken about are going to begin to come out. And the reason I say that is because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Okay. Now, I'm not good enough in astrology to say if Gemini is a higher octave of Mercury and Virgo is the lower octave. I actually personally feel like it's reversed, that Virgo is the higher octave of the energy of Mercury. So some of this communication is going to eliminate any illusions that might have been in place, things that you weren't necessarily sure of what was going on, why it was going on, maybe even to some degree who the puppet masters may have been in the background that had been affecting what you were doing. Oh, I didn't even realize y'all couldn't see that, so there we go. Okay, and for a lot of you, once these illusions that are being broken are actually just a confirmation of things you were already picking up, energy you were already picking up. There's not necessarily an energy or like a visual presence of the High Priestess for me in this card, but often it can also represent that energy, okay? So let's go ahead and get into wrong deck. Let's go ahead and get out your cards and see what else we can pull up for this, okay? All right, tell me more about this Wheel of Fortune, please. And actually, you know what? I think I'm going to pull... oh, wow. Maybe not. I'll get to it in a minute. Hang on. Please forgive your girl. I didn't feel like putting on my face. Like I said, it's been a long day. So, nah. I'm very, very tired right now, but I'm energetically aware, so you know how that goes. Ooh. Yeah, so now that this week is now that free will has been at play, because that's effectively what these readings intend to point out and pick up on energetic wise is, you know, we start off thinking the week is going to be one way, and then free will comes to play, and then, you know, as the world turns, if you will. So what's really interesting about this, should have done on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so there's been a lot of indecision. I don't feel like this is necessarily you who's looking at this, but maybe someone that you're dealing with. And what I feel like is that with the Wheel of Fortune popping up, and we also got the Tree of Life. Now, for those of you that have been watching me for some time, I do just plain out let you know, like, studying this particular stuff is very intense. And the more I learn, the more this particular card in this deck will evolve for me. Okay? As far as its meanings. And of course, that's always dependent on whatever's around it on top of that. So, that said, the fact that this is landing on the Wheel of Fortune and fate, I do feel like this is the divine stepping in for some situation. And I feel like it's a situation that has been burdensome that you actually need to let go of. 10 of Wands, 6 of Swords. Okay? You're moving on. Like, you're going to get the cues that you need to regarding this situation, that it's time to cut your losses and go. But see, here's the thing that's about that. You might feel initially that you're actually losing something, but you're not. You're gaining. You're gaining so much. And that's a lot of what the Six of Swords can talk about as well. Like, you might be leaving a situation or calmer waters, like leaving bumpy waters for calmer waters, right? And there's always this emphasis with the Six of Swords that you're leaving something, but ultimately what you are gaining is peace. That's a whole hell of a lot to gain. You feel me? Look at that. Does that ferryman look like he's bothered by anything at all? You're gaining peace. You're not losing a damn thing, okay? You're losing the burden. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Alright, let's move on. So I do want to keep this a little on the quicker side. Tell me about hydromancy. Tell me about the illusion. What's the illusion in this? Okay, so... Wow, I'm really kind of tripped out by this reading right now. So the Seven of Cups is backing up that there was some type of illusion that was present. And it had to do with someone who's embodying this energy of the King of Wands, okay? So, this King of Wands may have presented some type of offer to you. And I feel like this is something that likely, if it hasn't already happened this week, it's something, expect to hear something about that this week. And there were some strings that were attached to this offer that you weren't aware of. And that is what's coming out for some of you, okay? For others of you, it's just recognizing that this person has been presenting themselves as this King of Wands energy when really they're not the King of Wands. They're basically the King of Wands in reverse, because for me with the Seven of Cups, this is someone who's ill-aspected. This is someone who presents an illusion to be, they present themselves to be something that they're not, someone who they are not. And the truth comes out. Okay. Can I get a little bit more? Get one more for this. So the King of Wands typically represents, for those of you who are new, it's a card of Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. However, as I like to say, especially for my channel, don't get too caught up on the zodiac sign. But when you're newer, that's how you're, when you're new to this, like to tarot and to this aspect of spirituality, and you're dealing with energies and learning energies, sometimes that's kind of a cue that you need in order to really know who you're dealing with, if that makes sense. So this is somebody who's going to embody that energy. The King of Wands is someone who is incredibly confident, almost to the point of boisterous. They can be a little bit self-centered, but they don't necessarily neglect the people around them. So with this guy being in reverse, This is someone who is overly aggressive, self-indulgent. I would almost say even to the point of narcissism. They like to paint an image and paint a picture. Oh, well, if you come with me and you take this offer, you're going to be so happy. Everything's going to be wonderful. We're going to have a family. It's going to have a great work team that I'm going to give you. You're going to get this great bonus package. I'll buy you this car, blah, 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 blah. Pick it, okay? But this is someone who, they're a fucking snake. Sorry. I gotta call it how I see it. I did give that warning. Adult language. Okay, let's move on to the shooting star. Now, I also want to remind you that I do try and watch my pronouns, but, you know, programming is hard to break, okay? So, if you consider yourself to be a masculine energy, then go with that. If you consider yourself to be a feminine energy, go with that. Like, we are effectively genderless on this channel because it is all energy, okay? So let's look at our next set. Yeah, you're walking away. Okay, so you've got, oh, wow. Okay, so I'm getting a couple of different things here from this last pile. You may be walking away from one lover towards another lover, okay, for some of you. The illusion could be for those of you that are walking away from someone to go towards someone else, is that this person is, they indulge a little bit too much, okay, a little bit too much for your taste. I feel like that's for a smaller amount of people. For the larger side, excuse me, of the collective, I feel like you're definitely walking away from someone, some type of choice. And I feel like that choice is because you got confirmation of this person's motives, their intentions, and the illusions were broken on this, okay? But I feel like in the end, you're going to be much happier as a result, which is what the Nine of Cups can also mean, okay? Now, here's the thing that I'm noticing about this. We've got some regression here. It's going from the 10 to the 9. So it's almost like you're realizing that whatever happiness that you might have been allowing yourself to be in regards to this person, this situation, this thing, that is being shattered with this information that is coming out. Okay, you're realizing that there is not perfection there as much as you wanted perfection to be there, that there's still a cup missing, okay? But in that same sentence, you do realize that, especially if we're talking love here, that the love of yourself has to be enough in this situation, and you have to walk away for your own sanity. Go this way. There we go. I'll get the hang of this thing eventually. Okay? Now, third storyline I'm getting just from this last pile is that you walk away from whoever this King of Wands person is, okay? And you walk into a much happier situation with a different lover, and something about their lifestyle is very lavish. It's very lush. It's very, I would even say this person is very affluent, but I can't really tell you much about them because they're not giving me anything. They might be coming out of a small depression or a brief period of sadness over something. Also emotionally related. There's a lot of cups on the table. Let's see if we can get a little bit more for y'all. I'm just going to do 1 or 2 clarifiers here. So I do want this video to be a little on the shorter side as it's already rolling on 15 minutes. Okay. Drop the burden. I want to know a little bit more about these illusions. Damn. 8 of Cups again. It's walking away from the illusions. You've got the 8 of Cups on here twice. There are a lot of people, out there who are going to be walking away from situations that no longer serve them because of information that is coming out. Okay, now, man, bottom of the deck, Six of Swords again. Okay, the message is just repeating itself, so I'm not going to even clarify anymore. I think this is pretty self-explanatory on what's going on. The time has come, okay, and I feel like the divine has intervened for a lot of people in many different situations. It doesn't matter if it's love, it's work, it's family, it does not matter. Whatever situation it is that you have felt like you've been trapped in this cycle and that no longer serves you, you are getting the jailbreak. Okay, the information is the jailbreak. That's what's going to allow you to break through the rose-tinted glasses that you have on about the situation and leave. Okay, that is very clear. That is very, very clear. So, let's go ahead and look at where this puts the collective at in the process of ascension, and we'll wrap this up. Courage. Wow, it just tied together very beautifully. Okay, so courage. It says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So it could also be that something about this information, like, I don't want to say that it necessarily pisses you off, but it does make you very emotional. Like, it's something that might, like, really, it might be like a punch to the gut type of feeling is what I'm picking up. And instead of doing what you normally do, which would kind of be brush it under the rug, look up the other way, not pay too much attention to it, even pretend it didn't happen, you're being called upon to have courage and put your foot down and say, no more. No more. This is done. This is done. I'm kicking it with the fairy, man. But yeah, so whatever information is coming through, it's the jailbreak. That's what that comes down to. It could, like I said, it could be concerning a King of Wands. It could come from a King of Wands. It's going to be different for everyone's situation because this is collective. We're just checking in with the energies, okay? So I'm feeling jailbreak energies. That is what I'm seeing, all right? So we're going to go ahead and call that here. Thank you so much for joining me for your midweek collective check-in. Much gratitude for each and every one of you. Other readings will be rolling out a little bit slower than I intended because, again, I do have a job outside of this and other things other responsibilities that I have. So bear with me. They're coming. Much love to you. Remember, your peace is your power, all right? Have some courage. You got this. Bye.